Top of the morning, Laker Nation. It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame. Lakers versus Pelicans as we get to see our good friend Julius Randle come back and try to destroy us. So should be fun. Last game, I didn't do post game, guys, so I owed you one. Decided to do a little bit earlier a video just to talk about a couple of things, as well as, as you guys know, I hoop today. So I hope to come back in time to watch the second half, but I'll be hooping from 1 p.m. on. So since the game starts at 3 early, kind of threw my whole schedule off. Hopefully some of you guys made it. Good morning to all you guys. Got a lot to talk about. Let's start with, I'll make it brief though, because I do have to go in a little bit, but I will say this, man. A lot to talk about. As you guys already heard, LeBron James is shut down for the rest of the season. Did it come too late? I'm going to get a little bit into that later in the video, but first I wanted to talk about Jemerrio Jones. I think I got his name right. The Lakers signed Jemerrio Jones to a 2-year deal. It was reported, I believe it was 2 days ago. Jemerrio Jones from the G League. He went undrafted from New Mexico, I believe, New Mexico State. And he's a 6'5" guard, 210 pounds. Apparently, he's playing pretty well. He caught the eye of the Lakers front office. So we'll see what we have in him. Since LeBron is shut down, I expect a lot of no-name guys to get some PT here. So, yes, a 2-year deal, but don't get scared. It's just basically for the rest of this year with a team option for next year. So he would really have to shine if he wants the Lakers to opt in on that. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of player he is. Honestly, I've never seen him play a lick of basketball, so I don't know how good he is or anything. But based on some of the videos I watch, he seems to be like a playmaker, slasher type. So it'll be interesting to see if he gets some run here with us today. So that's that, right? That's the breaking news portion of the segment. Now let's get into it. LeBron James finally being out with a groin injury with about 5-6 games left in the season. Let me count them. I believe it's 5. It might be 5 after tonight. Yeah, with 6 games left. So we got the Pelicans today. We got the Thunder on Tuesday, the Warriors on Thursday, Clippers Friday, Sunday the Jazz, and then Tuesday will be our last game of the season versus the Portland Trailblazers. So next Tuesday, it will be the last one, guys. If we lose all 6 of these, we might have a chance to slide down a little bit, but I really doubt it since everybody's in tank mode. I believe the Pelicans are going to tank hard today. But my hope is that Julius Randle trying to get revenge will put us out of our misery. Now, since we've been officially eliminated from the playoffs, we have now won 3 out of our last 4 games. So it'll be crazy, man. It'll be crazy if we somehow get to slide down closer to Zion Williamson. That's the dream. But for now, it's a pipe dream. I think the Lakers should have sat LeBron out a lot sooner, probably as soon as we got eliminated from the playoffs. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy that they waited this long, and apparently it's still bothering him, according to him. But again, I believe we're tanking officially these last 6 games. So hopefully we lose them all, and maybe we'll get a shot at a top, 7 pick, 8 pick. You never know. But yeah, if we did somehow end up with the first pick, the NBA, the league would cry and say that it's rigged and all that. Hey, what's up, Daniels? How you doing, brother? He says, "Sup, Dan? I just started my own channel because I was motivated by your channel." Means a lot, brother. I'll definitely check it out. Put a link in the comment section as soon as this video posts, and I'll definitely check it out when I get a chance. But yeah, that's great to hear, man. That's what it's all about. Now back to Lakers. The Lakers, what we have to look forward to. Now, KCP shot lights out the last game. Again, I didn't do post game because I had to go to work early in the morning, but I wanted to talk about KCP. He's been sniping that ball from beyond the arc, and it's crazy. It's crazy, but I'm starting to second guess, should we sign him in the offseason? Should we bring him back? Or is it fool's gold? Again, I already asked this question, and I came to a conclusion that he's just doing this because he's playing for a new contract. However, he did hire a shooting coach, and he should have improved his form. I mean, this is no accident that he's shooting like that. Whether we're tanking or not, he's still playing for a contract. If he just brings this sort of intensity and we're able to sign him to an affordable contract, I'm talking $4 to $5 million a year next year, then I might have to consider that, simply because if he's finally coming to his own. Remember, some players are super late bloomers, and KCP, I believe, just turned 25. So he could be one of these players, and we don't want to let go of a player that's finally starting to hit shots consistently and play good basketball right when he's starting to hit his peak. So we're seriously going to have to look at KCP and his contract this offseason. but I doubt we can afford a guy like that trying to sign a max free agent or whatnot, because he's going to look to command big money in the market. And I know there's not a lot of teams that are going to be willing to pay him, but there's always that one crazy team that can't really recruit free agents and eventually ends up overpaying these guys. So, hey, what's up, Sabotage? How you doing? He said, let them think it was rigged. They have to prove it. That's true, Gregory. And at the end of the day, they could have said the same thing about Kyrie Irving. That pick ended up being the first overall pick, and the Clippers had just traded that pick to Cleveland after LeBron had left to Miami. So, I mean, conspiracy theories are always going to be there, but they don't have any firm ground to stand upon. So pretty much it's just a theory until proven otherwise. But yeah, interesting. Jemerrio Jones, LeBron now sitting. It'll be interesting to see what this roster does moving forward as far as the last 6 games. Who's going to get the bulk of the minutes? Are we still playing veterans, or are we going to sit veterans in favor of guys like Caruso? What is the front office going to do? I want to see some sort of direction, because you guys have been reading the rumors. We've been in disarray for quite a while. After the Zubac trade, everything went south. Everybody just lost full confidence in the front office. And with these new reports coming out that we were the ones that offered the deal and that Jerry West was sitting there just laughing, I mean, it's not looking good for Magic and Rob, man. And honestly, I want to see them actually put some effort into developing young bucks. If not, it could be something. It could mean something atrocious for us moving into the offseason. If the Lakers are not interested in developing young players, that might mean, and this is just an observation on my part, so take it with a grain of salt, but it might mean that they're going to push all their chips to the middle of the table and go all in and trade all the young core for another superstar. And that's scary to me, because we already gave a lot to bring LeBron here. D'Angelo, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, Zubac, Thomas Bryant. We gave up a lot of young talent, a lot. And so far, we still haven't made the playoffs. So if we have to give up even more young talent for an aging superstar and LeBron James just to appease him, I'm going to be really upset. I've made up my mind, and I think we should not trade the young talent for another superstar. We should try to add another one via free agency and go from there. So I really want to see them start putting emphasis in developing those young players right now, starting today, because like I said, it could spell something. It could spell doom for Laker fans who are hoping that we keep some of the young core, right? At least. Dan, tell me Luke is gone. I'll tell you that. Come back in the summer. I guarantee you I'll be telling you that. So, yeah, no breaking news here on that front. But, yeah, I expect him to be gone. If he's not gone, I'm probably going to, pull out my pitchfork and head down to Staples Center for the very first game of the season. And I'm going to rant and rave, because it's not fair to Laker fans. We expect greatness, and Luke Walton has been everything, but he hasn't been great. So, Dan, what do you think of the Lakers trading the young core for Devin Booker? No more trading young cores for Band-Aids. And this is my point, is that Magic and Rob have to realize, as front office executives or whatnot, that we're in a new era where you have to build from the ground up. There's no shortcuts. There's no cutting off the middleman to get to the top anymore. This ain't the 90s. The new CBA demands you to draft well and develop well to win a championship. Golden State, that's why they're dominating. Yes, they added Kevin Durant, but Draymond, Klay Thompson, and Curry, their core is home built. So what I'm trying to say is we have to follow the right blueprint. And we keep cutting out the middleman, things like what's going on in Brooklyn are going to happen, where we trade D'Angelo and they hit the playoffs before us. Yes, I know it's the East, but the point is, we're trading away future stars in the making for Band-Aids that aren't even helping us, because you can't put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. We're still going to leak out and bleed out. So that's my point with Magic and Rob. They have to be more patient. They have to stop trying to cut out Brandon, Kuzma, and Lonzo and get another quick start, because if it doesn't work out, all hell's going to break loose and LA's going to collapse, and they're just going to go after Rob and Magic. And Magic and Rob, as welcome as Magic has been in LA, if he continues to destroy young core and young talent and trade them away for nothing to show for it, I'm not sure how LA will react to that. They might forgive him eventually, but it's going to be a while before he could show his face in LA if he continues to trade players the caliber of D'Lo, the caliber of Julius Randle, the caliber of even an Ingram. That would be the huge mistake. I think Ingram is a must keep. I've seen enough. I know the kid's going to be not just an all-star, but when he hits his prime, I believe he will be a superstar. Just like I told you guys about D'Angelo here first. You heard it here first. I said D'Angelo will be a poor man's James Harden. Not as athletic, but he can hit the shot. He can get hot. and he'll be able to take over games. And sure enough, he's doing that. Yes, it's in the East Coast, but he's doing that versus elite teams. Just the other night, I watched them dismantle the Boston Celtics. And yeah, Boston's not as elite as we thought they were this year, but they're still a very good team. And D'Angelo is putting in work. So that's how I feel about Magic and Rob. I still haven't lost all faith in them, but I think they need to be a little bit more patient. How do you guys feel about that? Hit me in the comment section. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, if you guys just want to trade everybody, whatever. We can agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, we got to somehow get back to championship level, and I don't believe in taking shortcuts anymore. Vern says, I agree, no more shortcuts. So you wouldn't trade for AD? Not at the price point that they were asking for. They were asking for too much, and I love AD. But what happens if LeBron, he's been injured this season. Imagine he gets injured again next year. AD by himself is worse than the Pelicans because at least the Pelicans have Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, and young talent. If we trade everything for Anthony Davis and either of the two players get injured, LeBron or Anthony Davis, the season is lost again. And what's worse is that now LeBron is 1 year older and you have no young talent to help you carry the team. You need young talent in this league, and you need homegrown talent. You need to be able to develop players to move forward with your team, to build a culture, a true winning culture, and a camaraderie. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that word. Camaraderie, something like that. But bottom line is we need to be we need to think as a unit now. Stop trying to appease one player, right? We need to think as a unit. And if you guys didn't know the story that was written on there was an article dropped the other day in social media that after LeBron James complained about teammates and said they need to be professionals and basically stop getting their panties in a bunch about trade rumors, there was a meeting led by Rajon Rondo where the young players voiced their displeasure, and they said they didn't like LeBron's body language. It's funny because if you guys remember, around that time I mentioned that I didn't like LeBron's body language, and I was getting destroyed by people that are LeBron fans. So pretty much that's what I wanted to tell you, is that I think some things are basically very apparent to see. If we can see them, then the players on our team can definitely see them. And the last thing we want to do is continue to include our players in trade rumors, have their confidence destroyed, and then lose another season, and then eventually lose the players to free agency and just destroy everything that we're building here. They are going to shut down LeBron now that they screwed up the tank. Why didn't they shut LeBron 10 games ago? We are playing KCP, Rondo, and McGee instead of developing Wagner. Now, that I agree with. We need to develop players more. Camaraderie. I don't know how to say it. Sorry. But, yeah, at the end of the day, that's what we have to do. We can't take shortcuts. And I feel like this front office has been trying to take a shortcut to the top, and it hasn't worked out. It has backfired. And as a result, they're losing not just the fan base, but they're losing their team, right? So that's all I have to say. These last 6 games, I want them to focus on Wagner, on Kuzma, Caruso, anybody who they feel like they're moving forward with in the future. They should focus on getting them heavy minutes, getting them heavy shots, and watching them either sink or swim. That way we know what we have in these players, and we can move forward with an idea of what we're going to do with them. Either keep them or keep developing them, or hopefully not, but trade them. We have to weigh all of our options. And at this point, I have to say, I'm going to be giving Magic and Rob grades this offseason as well. I've never done that. I've never gave our front office grades, or I don't think I have. Maybe I forgot. But they're going to get grades. And let me tell you that so far this year is not looking good. So they're going to be graded on this year, and it's not looking very good because they've made several mistakes, and they continue to make these mistakes. They have to hurry up and fix them quick. No shortcuts. Keep original plan plus new coach. That's right, Father Baz. Absolutely. Is that the Lakers should have been bringing up G League players and seeing what they could do. I agree with that, Vern. I don't know why they had that open, empty spot, and they weren't doing nothing with it for several weeks. So, again, the front office, I don't know why they've been lacking, but maybe it's a lack of experience. Maybe the critics were right when they said Magic and Rob didn't have any experience, and they were shocked when Magic hired Rob Pelinka because he didn't have too much experience and they were going to fail. Maybe they're right. But there's still time. I don't like to come to any conclusions. I always like to give coaches, front offices time before I make my final decision. But for now, there's still a window. The window's still open for them to right the wrong, right? And let's hope that they can do it this offseason, because if not, all is lost, guys. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me. I have to get going. I have an 8 all day. So pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna go eat something before I head over to the gym. Again, you guys can find me there if you guys like to go hoop. I'll be over there at the Rancho Cucamonga RC Sports Center, the Family Rec Center off of Rochester Avenue. So, if you guys want to go ball, I'll definitely be there. My friends are gonna be there. I do it every Sunday, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully, I get to come back before the game starts, but most likely I'll be here to catch the second half. I will be doing post game with you guys as always, and I'll catch you guys there. So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you already haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the post game. Let's hopefully collect the final 6 L's. I never thought I'd say it like that, being a Laker fan and hoping they always win, but let's just hope that we can lose out. That way, at least we get a top 10 lottery odds, right? So I'll catch you guys on the post game. Peace out, Laker Nation.